Hello and welcome to today's video. Now in today's video, I'm going to be talking about point of interest 4, and we're going to focus in on valid breaker blocks. Remember, we talked about point of interest 1, we did cost order block, point of interest 2, talked about valid order block, 3 breaker block, 4 valid breaker block. You can see the way we are moving forward because we are working with it as a series. So if you haven't subscribed, you're actually in the wrong place, because definitely those of us still watching this video must have become subscribers by now, right? So do what to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, like this video and share it with others so they can learn. This video is brought to you by PipsLikeX, and our sub number is +2348055369615, and I, Investor Theo, be your host for today. So definitely we're talking about point of interest 4, and we have the valid breaker blocks concept on our screen. So basically, I'm going to show you two examples over here because we have examples over there we're going to work with. So you know, oh, this is a valid breaker block and this is not a valid breaker block. So the first aspect, the first example here on the screen is a valid breaker block. And why is it so? You can tell from seeing it already. If you are sharp, you can see the difference between this other block that has broken to a breaker block and this over here. Okay. Now I'm not going to waste our time. I'm going to tell you directly because we're here to learn straight up. From this first example over here, can clearly see that this is another block that was broken, hence forming a breaker block. And what happens to a breaker block? Okay, there's a retest of it and the market moves to downside. An uptrend turns to a downtrend. The opposite is case for a downtrend turning into an uptrend. I hope you understand. So now this is valid because of one major reason. Okay, and others will follow through. Number one, it has impulsive candles. So let me just type this right down. Yeah, okay. We have impulsive candles over here. Impulsive candles. Okay, there should be impulsive candles, but you can do the English directly. Oh yeah, I'm just going to write it down. Impulsive candles. The second reason why I'm still going to follow through with it as a valid breaker block is that we have fair value gaps. Fair value gaps. Fair value gaps. All right, so the first one, impulsive candles. Second one, fair value gaps. And this fair value gaps is when you spot the breaker block being formed by three candles. All right, so the three candles should have a fair value gap in it if you spot it this way. Okay, and then it should have zones, invalidating zones, invalidating zones, validating zones, validating zones. So first and foremost, impulsive candle, that is this candle we see over here. Impulsive candle, impulsive candle. Fair value gap, we'll talk about that in the next video, but this is an example of fair value gap. Candle 1, candle 2, candle 3. Okay, candle 3. This is a fair value gap. Week 1, let me just show you the week, because I usually work with weeks when dealing with fair value gaps. Okay, week 1, week 2, and week 3. Week 2, let's say there's no week 2 and there's week 3. Yeah, these are example of a fair value gap. The fair value gap is literally that gap between these 2 weeks. Okay, this is where we draw a fair value gap from. So if you find you are looking for an order block directly that turns to a breaker block, you should spot fair value gaps around those regions. All right, that's if it's made up of 3 candles. But if it's just one candle, an impulsive move should be there. Okay, so basically we have the impulsive candles, fair value gap, and invalidating zones. What are invalidating zone? If the zone clears a particular zone, okay, you know that the trade is no longer valid. So that's what we call an invalidating zone. A zone that you just know that, okay, once the market goes beneath here, there's no need of holding this position again, because it means the position is no longer valid yet. So don't place your SL at the other block, as it could be easily invalidated. So some of us like placing our SL on the other block. All right, when placing SL, let me use this short tool over here. We enter at the end, at the beginning of the breaker block, since it's now a breaker block, no longer other block. On our SL, we should not place it here. If you place it here, it can basically validated, because yes, validation zones, so it should be higher than it. So you just know that your move can keep on giving you some profits. All right, a valid breaker block once again has 3 positions, 3 main criteria. Since criteria they've removed themselves from my screen, but I'll say it's there should be impulsive candles, there should be fair value gaps, that's if it's formed by 3 candles, and last but not least, there should be invalidating zones. All right, even this alone is good for trading. Okay, it's good for trading. All right, so this is a fake breaker block. Why is it a fake breaker block? We'll clearly see from here that it does not have impulsive candles pushing it, breaking this block. This is not impulsive. This is just small, 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 small. All right, this is not really impulsive. So we cannot call this a valid breaker block. It doesn't have weeks for us to look at it clearly for a fair value gap. And the validation zone, although it's still there, but yes, the first example of impulsive move, the first criteria doesn't even fit it. Right. So this is where this goes out. So basically, if we are saying yes, this is a good one, this will definitely take the X tick. Now, this one taking the X tick doesn't mean that its life has ended. It's not good. This can also be used as an entry criteria. So what I mean by that, when learning about entry models later on, markets uses this fake move to take out those people that want to do something like this and come here. This is normally what you're supposed to do, right? But of course, it's not a valid breaker block. This is what the markets will now do. Markets will use it to collect liquidity from all of you that are trying to sell here. Market will do this and break all the way up. Okay, break all the way up, then come back and retest it and start going up. So this is what the market can do, and we can even use this with knowledge of valid breaker block, and I won't say invalid, but knowledge of valid breaker block, you can use this to your advantage to know where the market takes liquidity on this extent and how the market is going to pull back to the zone to keep on going up. So these are concepts we just keep on learning and learning and learning. The ancient models are a lot to teach you. Trust me, I'll teach you how to use liquidity as inducement and how to utilize it properly as you keep on going. All I need from you is just to stay subscribed. Join our community on Telegram. Our community on Telegram is where you're going to learn a lot. All right, we drop setups on our community almost every single day, including weekends, because we also trade synthetics and cryptos. So first, synthetics, cryptos, we've got it all there for free on our Telegram community. Join our Telegram community, use the link in the description, join the family, and keep on making money for yourself. Cheers to more profits, champ. See you in the next video. Peace.